Being the base for everything JJK related, cursed energy has numerous applications, many of which are scattered throughout the series, meaning their explanations are scattered as well. Since I'm bringing up cursed energy, I thought it'd be fitting to mention those who utilize it, so I decided to gather all the information on everything related to cursed energy, sorcery, and then condense it into a video. If you could like and subscribe to join the family, that'd be amazing. YouTube says 95% of you aren't, and it would mean the world to me. Let's get into the video. 99% of people in JJK have cursed energy. They just don't know how to use it, or may not have the capacity to use it. I'll explain that later. Cursed energy, or CE for short, comes from negative emotions that is created in the gut. This then spills out of regular people, which goes on to create curses. For example, Mahito was born from the hatred and fear of humans. As for people being unable to use CE, this is because their brains must be hardwired for the use of cursed energy. This is how Mahito gave Junpei access to his CT, because he was able to mold his brain to be able to use a CT. This means most regular people generate cursed energy, but they can't use it, even if you tell them about it. If you're wondering who's an exception to having any CE, check out my Binding Vow video, as it kind of requires its own explanation. Sorcerers do not make curses because they know how to control their CE so it's not leaking out of them. This is why Geto saw killing all non-sorcerers, or monkeys as he would say, as a way to better the world, since no curses would ever appear if everyone were a sorcerer. Being able to manipulate CE is necessary to help you see curses without a tool, like Maki's glasses. This is why the average human cannot see them and is oblivious to the fact that they exist. What about the amount of cursed energy? How do heavy hitters like Sukuna and Yuta have so much of it? Well, it seems to be random at birth. Yuta has even more than Gojo, and Sukuna twice the amount Yuta does. So I assume it comes down entirely to luck. Efficiency is another matter though. This is how Gojo spams domains so often and never runs dry, even though Limitless is applied constantly. He's extremely efficient in CE due to his 6 eyes. Ignoring the 6 eyes, Sukuna is the most efficient with CE, which leads me to believe that someone can train their efficiency to become a better sorcerer. Sort of like finding conditions to expand a domain, you can find conditions to make abilities consume less cursed energy. Cursed energy is also used to reinforce a sorcerer's body so they don't take as much damage as a normal person from attacks that could demolish buildings. You see this in every show like Naruto and Dragon Ball. As far as the origin of cursed energy, it's hard to say. Tengen is only confirmed to be at least like 1200 years old and was preaching sorcery to people. However, Druve also had a cursed technique. All cursed techniques require cursed energy, obviously. And the real-life Druve was alive over 2,000 years ago, meaning the founding of cursed energy could have been 2,000 years ago. Knowing this, there are extremely few sorcerers and spirits outside of Japan. This is because Tengen's barriers sort of optimize cursed energy and help sorcerers come to fruition. This is one of many reasons why Kenjaku wanted Tengen, because her barriers are so integral to sorcery. Cursed techniques would be along the same timeline. Cursed techniques, which I'll be shortening to CT, are given to someone at birth. The simplest explanation of a CT is that it's an application of CE, cursed energy. Gojo shows us this by hitting a can with cursed energy, then using his cursed technique to hit the can again, which results in 2 entirely different damage cans. CTs usually manifest within people at a very young age, around 5 to 6, so if you're born with a god-awful CT, or no CT at all, good luck to you. But it's not entirely hopeless. You can hope for a dead sorcerer to incarnate onto you. Sounds a little scary, but, you know, if you're somehow rid of them, then their CT will be engraved onto you and you'll eventually unlock it. Another way to obtain a CT is to eat a cursed object. We don't know if it's only Sukuna's finger that's poisonous, but the way Megumi talks here in this panel leads me to believe every single one is poisonous, so good luck trying to eat those nasty ass things. Techniques also have maximums, which is quite a rare ability in JJK. This is described as the utmost one can take their technique besides the domain expansion, however, it's extremely underutilized. Gege, why didn't you just make Fuga and Hollow Purple maximums? Like, they literally destroy cities. Now on to positive energy and its applications. We should all know by now that CE is a negative energy. It's born from negative emotions after all. So what happens when you multiply a negative number by another negative number? Well, it becomes positive. This is how Gojo explains how to use it when he's high off of his gourd from Toji almost killing him. Unlike CE, positive energy does not originate from the gut, but is instead directed by the head. This is why Hazanoki cannot use RCT against Kenjaku, as Kenjaku used curses to stop the flow of his head to his body. Hikari fans, I hope you're scared. But positive energy is heavily misunderstood as far as its applications are concerned. The simplest application to explain is reverse curse technique. Not to be confused with curse technique reversal, RCT is creating this positive energy, then using it to heal your body. Curse energy cannot do this under normal circumstances because it's inherently negative. Negative energy cannot be used to positively heal your body. Unless you're cursed. If you're cursed, then you're made of curse energy, in which that's why healing themselves is easier. The massive hurdle of RCT is the cursed energy consumption. Kenjaku states it takes twice the amount of CE to make positive energy. However, for Yuji and Choso, this is not the case, as blood manipulation, a curse technique from the Kamo clan, allows them to get over this massive hurdle that is the energy consumption. And the way they do this is their curse technique can already create blood, meaning they don't have to clash curse energy to create positive energy, which then makes blood. They can just make positive energy to heal wounds, and then create blood with normal cursed energy. Next is the part most people do not understand, technique reversal, where one uses positive energy to make the inverse of their technique. Only Gojo and Kenjaku have ever done this on screen. People debate whether or not this actively uses positive energy, or if it's simply using positive energy to change the effect, then uses normal cursed energy in its expulsion. Chewie, why does that even matter? Because positive energy is a massive weakness to curses. Sukuna mentions this when fighting Maharaga and sees his positive energy blade, even saying he would die if he was a curse. Yuta demonstrates this when kissing a cockroach, yeah, he did that, to send positive energy into the curse's head, one-shotting them. Positive energy is so damaging to the curses because it destroys their entire body composition, of which I mentioned earlier is made entirely of cursed energy. Me personally? No, I don't think technique reversal actively outputs positive energy. This is because Gojo can't output positive energy. He can't heal people. It is confirmed he cannot heal people. So outputting a massive force of positive energy through an attack makes no logical sense for him to be able to do. Leading me to believe technique reversal is simply using positive energy to change the effect and then still using cursed energy to use it. This JJK shit gets complicated. Onto the title Sorcerer. This is a person who could use curse energy that aligns themselves with Jujutsu High. What's Jujutsu High? Well, first of all, watch the series. Second of all, think of it as a bunch of old people who recruit children into sorcery and send them to their deaths every day. This is why Geto went batshit crazy. Curse users are people who use curse energy, but are not aligned with any of the big three families or Jujutsu High, and uses curses for negative reasons, like robbing or killing. Sorcerers are split into 5 grades: 4, 3, 2, 1, and special grade. The system is pretty straightforward, besides the fact that curses have a different scale, where a grade 1 curse could be handled by a grade 2 sorcerer. Special grade is for exceptionally rare people, someone who far surpasses everyone else and can overthrow a country, as said by Kenjaku, Jujutsu Kaisen's Wikipedia. The range of special grades is vast, as Yuta and Gojo are put in the same category, and everybody knows Gojo, hogtied, missing all of his limbs, all of his eyes, has no senses, and is shaved bald, could still beat Yuta. This is even worse with curses, as Sukuna is in the same tier as the Finger Bearer, and he was obviously pretty upset by it. That'll be it today, folks. I hope all my undead like, sub, and comment what you want to explain next. Come check out the streams, they've been really sick, lots of cool people in there. We're finally on to Devil May Cry 5. I also plan on doing some React content, debunking stupid shit I see about JJK, because people piss me off. Thank you all for watching, my undead.